Hi guys, so in today's video we're going to be discussing how to acquire properties, better yet said probate properties at a discounted price. And this is the method that we've been using for the past, I want to say about 8 years, although we've been doing purchases and flips of properties for the past about 13 years. This method here that I'm about to show you, and I'm going to walk you through the steps on how you can do the same thing, or we can help you out doing the same process, okay? This is something that we're very experienced at and we've been doing for a very long time. I just want to show you some tips, show you an example of how we choose the right property so you can make a nice substantial profit at the end of the day, okay? So I'm going to start off with the property, give you an example, and do the steps. There's 3 important steps in any purchase of a property that you plan to flip. Okay, guys, I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm going to go through it, but it's important that you stay to the end of the video because we're going to walk you through step by step. Okay, that's real important, guys. Also, if you find any of this information informative, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell so you can get notified anytime we do release a video, okay? On this channel, we like to show you examples of the type of work we do, okay? But this is part of our work that we do in terms of the real estate side of business, okay? Identifying a property where you can make substantial gains on a flip, okay? So first step that we do, step number 1, numero uno, is identify the correct property. What do I mean by that? We're going to identify a property that can be fixed up without putting too much money into it and turning around and selling that property, okay? The most important part of identifying a property is the location. In real estate, location is key. It's the #1 rule. So I'm going to talk about the LA area, okay? Location in LA is crucial because the cities really reflect a substantial part of the pricing in the property, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. If you buy a property in Compton, the price of a property in Compton is substantially different than a price, for example, in Hawthorne or in El Segundo. Or in Downey, because of the location. Where is the property located? That's rule number 1, okay? Make sure whatever property you're getting. Now, I'm not saying that a property in Compton is bad. No, I've purchased property and I flipped property. As a matter of fact, my #1 profitable property was in Compton. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying locate the property in the area that you know that you think is going to benefit you, okay? Number 2, what kind of unit are we buying here? Are we buying a single family unit? Are we buying a duplex, a triplex, commercial property, multi-use? What are we doing? In these type of properties that we buy and sell, we usually do 1 unit or 2 unit, okay? Either a single family dwelling or a duplex. So we either get 1 or 2. Sometimes we add a unit, okay? So it just depends on the property, but you have to identify what property you want to work with, okay? Obviously, duplexes will provide a faster sale because property owners or people that are looking to buy a property are always interested in extra income. Therefore, the duplex will sell faster than a single family residence, although it just differs on every single person, okay? Number 3, size of the home and lot size as well. Very, very important. Now, we try to focus on 2 things when it comes to that. 1 is the size of the home. We try to acquire minimum 1,200 square foot homes. We're going to tell you, we're going to get into it, and we're going to let you know why that's very important, okay? 1,200 square foot homes. Second, we try to acquire homes with a lot size greater than 6,000 square feet. Why? Because now with COVID, people are using their outside home as part of their living space, okay? So they want to be able to bring over their family. They want to be able to bring over their, have parties use the outside of the home as part of the living space. That's very, very important right now, and it's very key. You don't want to be limited to a very, very reduced lot where it's just, for example, the home and the garage, and there's no space for anything else. Those houses tend to last longer on the market. They tend to not sell as fast, okay? I'm going to show you a property on our screen here, and we're going to go into it, and I'm going to show you how we identify a property and the type of leads that we receive through probate properties, okay? Probate properties are properties where the owner of the property has passed away, okay? Has passed away, and we get an opportunity to buy these properties at anywhere from 30 to 50% of a discount, okay? Beautiful thing about these properties is that they're pretty much all done at court. At least that's where we get them at court, where our competition in order to acquire the property is very minimal. Basically, whoever shows up that day is going to come out as the owner of the property. You don't, right now, currently in the market, there's like, you submit an offer and there's like 20 other offers that you have to compete with. In this process that we've been using for the last 7-8 years, it's fast. If there's only 2 people there, 2 people are going to bid for the property at the courthouse, and whoever comes up with the highest bid basically wins the property, okay? So this is one of the properties that are going to be coming up. The property that we're interested in, I'm going to show you why we're interested in this property. The minimum overbid for this property is $517,000, okay? 100. The original bid, that means that there is a person with an escrow open on this property for $492,000. So if you want to come into this property and take over this property and buy this property, your minimum bid has to be $517,000 on this property, okay? Interest for sale is 100%, very important, key number. Minimum deposit to bid is $51,710. That means you have to take a cashier's check or certified funds in the amount of $51,710 in order to have a bidder card and bid on this property, okay? Property address is 9117 Haas Avenue in Los Angeles. We just sold the property right around the same area, and I know, and I'm very informed on the pricing in that area, and it's a very nice area to live in. This property here currently has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. We're going to touch on why we look for 1,200 square foot homes, okay guys? 1,200 or up. It could be a little bit less. It could be 1,100, 1,150, but we try to stick to 1,200 and up. And the reason why we try to stick to 1,200 and up is because if a property is only 2 bedrooms, it will be easier for us because we have the space to add another bedroom. And that would make the property a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. There's enough space, you can even add another bath, a secondary bath, and that would make the property a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. So it's very important when it comes to size. Now, if think about this, guys, if you guys only had a 900 square foot home, then you would be really limited to the size increase on your bedrooms. So that's why we tend to stay with 1,200 square foot homes or higher, okay? Up to now, we've identified the property, okay? Now, we found the location, we know what kind of unit we're going after, and the size and home of the lot. We got that covered, okay? Second step, identify your costs, guys. What is this gonna cost me? What is the price of the property gonna cost me, okay? In this case, the minimum overbid is $517,000, okay? So we gotta keep that in mind. $517,000, that's thing number 1, because that's what the property is gonna cost. Second, we're gonna do repair costs. What are we gonna do? How much is it gonna cost us to put this property back on the market and get it sold, okay? So that's gonna be a repair cost. Is it $10,000? Is it $20,000? In this case, we're gonna take the example of $20,000, okay? So it's 517. Let me break it down for you here. We said it's gonna be 517K for the cost of the house, right? 517, and then we're gonna do 20,000 for the repairs, 20K for the repairs, and you got to keep in mind your carrying costs, guys. There is going to be a carrying cost. I always want to consider about 6 months of carrying costs, because you have to keep in mind that if it takes longer than what you're anticipating for it to actually cover you, okay? So we're going to do 6 months of carrying costs on a $517,000 home. We're talking about roughly monthly payments 5,000, so that's going to be another 30 grand, okay? This is, I'm doing the numbers over, okay? 30 grand carry costs. So we have 517, we have 20 for the repairs, we have 30 for the carry. That's going to be 517, that's 20 and 30 is 50. We're going to be at 567. Okay, we're going to round this number up to about 580K, just to have ourselves covered, okay? So 580K is the number we're looking to beat, okay? Now that we've covered the numbers and we said anywhere from 580 to 600,000 is what we need to clear for this property. Now, step number 3 is going to be, we're going to look at comparable homes. What does that mean? That means we're going to look at properties that have sold in the last few months and properties that are currently in the market. Now, I know one property that's currently sold in that area, which was 850,000, which was the property that we recently sold. So I kind of have a good number in my head. That was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property that sold for that price, okay? So I know that. We're gonna step in and go on Google, and I'm gonna show you what I do, okay? So when I do go on Google, so we're gonna identify here, once we go on Google and we enter the address, we're going to identify what this property is, okay? It's a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square foot home, and it has 5,976 foot lot, okay? So it's a nice size lot, nice size home, okay? And I'm looking to turn this 2-bed into a 3-bed, 1-bath, or maybe even a 3-bed, 2-bath if possible. But I could just add the bed, and I don't want to spend too much money. The house looks fairly decent. Paint stuff, and I'll just add 1 bedroom, make it real nice and simple, okay? Planning to spend about 20,000 on this property, okay? So if I go on here, I typed in the address, I look at the area, okay? This is very important, guys. So I want to look at the area. Now, we in Los Angeles here, this freeway here, this is western, but we're very far away from 110. We're trying to go as west as possible, almost hitting the 405, because the more closer you get to the 405, the higher the prices of the properties are, okay? And the beautiful thing about this property is that it's really, really, really close to, show you here, to the stadium. There's a new stadium that was built here. So you're roughly like 5 minutes away. This is the new stadium area right here, right? So you're roughly 5 minutes away from this area, guys. 5 minutes away. Very, very close. That is a plus, because when people are looking to purchase, they're going to want to look at the area that's closest to the stadium, because that stadium is going to have, Sophie Stadium is going to have shopping, it's going to have, you know, dining, it's going to have concerts, so people are going to really, really want to focus in that area. So I can see the potential on this property being very, very good, okay? So let me rewind here and let me look at a couple of properties that have sold in this area. So let me look at one here. So if I go back into realtor.com, you could use Zillow, you could use any of these, okay? Redfin, any of these. So I want to look at something similar. So I'm looking, this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. Okay, maybe not that, because this is 1,600 square feet, but this kind of matches here. This right here. Even this, right? 1296, this is 684. Let's take a look at this property. See what kind of, how they've remodeled this property, so we can get a better idea of what our price can be once we come to sell it, okay? So let's look at the pictures. We're already talking about 700,000 right here on this asking price, okay? 2-bed, 2-bath. Now, if we add a bedroom, our property would be 3-bed, 1-bath, okay? So it's a nice property, you know, pretty simple, basic, remodeled, paint, new cabinets. As you can tell, backsplash, cabinets there, boom, 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 boom. Flooring, nothing too crazy, okay? Nothing too crazy, really basic. This is the backyard. This is the home area. This is your garage here. This is the backyard. Really big tree, not much of a yard. Very basic, guys. So for 700,000, you're getting this. So now I can take my numbers. That's one home, okay? Let's look at one more home before we get out of here. So we found that one. Let's do this one. Let's find this 649 one. Same thing, basic remodel. They didn't do much to the property. Basic remodel, paint, maybe a couple new doors, new windows. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,300 square feet. This is actually located on the right side of Western, because if you look at the map on this one, then you're on the right side of Western. We're closer this way. We're closer to Van Ness, okay? So that means something. That means that the price is more expensive. The more closer you go to the 110, this freeway, the less expensive your house will be, okay? If we can get this property at 517, I think it'd be a pretty good deal. The way the market is going right now, I think it's going up. It's going to continue to go up. Inflation brings asset prices up, okay? It takes them up. So that looks pretty well. I think we're pretty good with this property. Last thing I want to mention to you is that when we look at a property, we take all the costs considered into the property, and we go ahead and try to get a 30 to 35% margin. So if we said that this property was going to be about 580 to 600,000, we need to end up selling this property for about 680, okay? So I think we have that cushion within this property. It's a good area home. It's in a good area. It's a nice size home. So the next step would be to go look at the property, check it out, and then make a decision once we've done that. So far up to now, it's a thumbs up. It's a ready to go. If you want more type of this type of information, if you want to get these type of leads, we can provide this for you. We provide this service for you. We can help you out with the flip. We can help you out with the construction, everything from A to Z, guys. So with that, guys, if you guys want to contact us directly. There's links down below, okay? Links down below, phone numbers there, emails there, everything's there, guys. With that, I hope you found a lot of this information informative, and I'll see you on the next one.